All right. Well, welcome everyone to today's Zoom Lunch and Learn. We've obviously got Annabelle on the line with us, and as well as Pamela. Always get lots and lots of good information from them. So I guess without any further ado, I'll turn the time over to you guys. So.
Thanks. Pamela, I can see your email, but not the actual PowerPoint.
Oh, that's weird. It's showing up on my screen. Let me stop share and I'll try it again. Any better?
Yeah.
There we go.
Maybe move it in the play mode and so it's not just on slides.
Sorry, how do I do that?
Okay. So,
yeah.
why don't you, right there, slideshow.
Okay. Sorry, hold on a second. I'm gonna fix this. 1 second. Okay. Okay.
Okay, well, thank you everyone for coming. I know that we're probably waiting for some people and I'm never really sure how many new people we've got. So I'm just gonna probably repeat some stuff for some of you, but my name's Annabelle Kim. I'm the Director of IPC Sales at Green Air. And I have the wonderful pleasure of working with thousands of wellness advocates to teach you guys how to incentivize your businesses by using diffusers. Pamela, you can go ahead and go to the next screen. Just press the down button or the arrow next button.
Sorry. I never have had trouble like this before.
There you go. Okay, so the diffuser model is something that's really popular. Actually, Pamela and I just got back from teaming up with Haley Hobson's team at Summer Summit. And so it's a model that works. It just really makes your business model so much easier. And so, you know, in the first 90 days, you really have to babysit your new enrollments. And people often give up on basically the oils because there's so much to learn. There's a lot to learn on layering and different protocols and things like that. And, you know, by giving them a diffuser, it's just immediately pleasing and it gets them over that curve to kind of stay motivated to keep on with using oils. So as you can see, there's some graphics up here. Today we're going to talk about social media, and these graphics definitely go around social media and how you can use them. But we have over 1,000 images for you to use at your disposal on how to promote your businesses online with these types of graphics. And so we'll be talking about those later on. But go ahead and go to the next slide, Pamela. So why Green Air? We are the largest distributor of, and manufacturer, more importantly, of diffusers in the world. The reason why that's important is because there's a lot of distributors. Very few of them are actually manufacturers. So they have to basically make up for that cost because the manufacturer has to make some money. So basically, we are able to give you true, direct from the manufacturer pricing of $5 to $40 a unit on our diffusers for you to use as realistic tools and price points in your business plan. So a lot of distributors might be competitive with our price points, but something has to give. So often that'll be the quality of the pieces, and we only use medical grade, the highest grades on the market of everything. So you get the best ceramic chips available that are made, the best fans, the best motors, etc. So that you can be confident in what you're using in your business and also afford it. I love the Aroma Light, but I don't love it at $90 plus tax and shipping. And so, you know, when, you know, the comparable price point of an Aroma Light in our lineup is going to cost you guys $20 to $25. Huge difference where you can actually use these things as real business tools for you to use in your businesses and be able to make some more money. We make the diffusers strategically for your business model. So oilers are our largest category. So oiler business owners are our biggest category of customers. So each of our diffusers are really thought out for classes, hostess gifts, giveaways, enrollment gifts, different things like that. And we're really, really thinking about you as an actual partnership when we work with you. We provide you a stellar customer service partnership that no other company gives you. So we give you a 1-year warranty on every single product that we sell. So basically what that means is that the moment a diffuser leaves your hands, you are no longer responsible for it. Just like how Doterra will ship any of your downline a new product if UPS, basically broke the bottle or anything came wrong in their packaging. So, you direct your customers and your new downlines to doTERRA's awesome customer service to take care of that. We do the exact same thing for you. We do that for an entire year. That's pretty amazing, even if it's outside of the country that you purchased it in. And then you get VIP consultative service with our sales staff and the support staff. And so we are really here and thinking about your needs to partner with you to make sure that you are getting the most high level of expertise service in the business. So Pamela's going to talk about branding online. So we talked a little bit about how to online as far as setting up giveaways and the basics about hashtags and Facebook. But Pamela's going to talk more in depth on branding you. That's what this is about. I cannot stress this enough that you have to be interesting and likable on Facebook and Instagram online. You have to be inspiring. And so that's something that I struggled with. And fortunately, I had a Pamela Cardwell at Green Air to help instruct me on how to become more interesting. And it really has to do with being willing to be social on social media and really letting some people in, which really scared me, guys. So for any of you who might be afraid to get into the social media avenue, I understand. It took me about 3 years before I was willing to put myself out there. But what I realized that I was just hesitating for no great reason, because I close sales every day on social media. So Pamela, why don't you start taking it away?
Hi guys, it's great to be with you today. We are going to be talking about social media. We kind of did the 101 essentials last time I was on with you guys, but today we're going to actually talk about branding you and why that's so important. I want to bring up a quick point getting started. Does everybody remember when Brandon and Melissa went on their epic summer adventure last year? This is what I'm talking about. They shared their whole summer adventure, going around, teaching classes, visiting family. I wanted to get on every day and check out Facebook and see what they were doing. It's about branding yourself, letting people know what you're about, giving them an insider's view into what you do. Because you're not always going to be friends with the person on social media that you've met in real life first. You always are like, where are you on social media, or what's your full name on Facebook? You're not going to always have that interaction with someone. They're just going to find you. So it's important that they learn about you and understand who you are from, not from the beginning, but there's a very clear identity that you're sharing with people, and it's you. So you have to kind of write a narrative. You need to be interesting, like Annabelle said. You need to let people into your lives because you're trying to find a common interest. You're trying to find things, common ground, things to relate to. So I would just really urge you to do these 4 things. Don't be afraid. Just go for it. Don't let fear keep you from potentially really reaching an untapped market. Just let go. Don't have all these preconceived ideas about how you're supposed to appear. I mean, I talk to people all the time. They're like, I can't even, I'm having such a hard time. I'm agonizing over a name. What's my social media name? And, just let go. In the first several weeks, you're just experimenting. You can always delete a picture. You can always change your name. It's not set in stone, forever. And then obviously you've got to share about you, from all the way from, what your hobbies and interests are, to your passion for essential oils, to your kids, to interesting things that you do and you can share with other people. And then you have to create a dialogue to gain engagement. You can't just post a picture and not write something about it. You need to fill people in, let them know. It doesn't have to be long. It doesn't have to be this long copy, but letting people know what the picture is all about. Your vibe attracts your tribe. That's a common thing that people say. And that is just about being yourself. You're not trying to tap into, X, Y, and Z that isn't relatable to you. It's so much easier to be yourself because everyone else is taken. So be yourself. And when you're being yourself, you want to be personal, be social, and be vulnerable. I can't tell you how many people say, I really put myself out there. I talked about something that was either serious or funny or embarrassing, and I got the best feedback. I got people that really related because people, although, it's fun to hear about Kim Kardashian's perfect life, no one else has her life. People want to know that you have highs and lows and you're happy and sad, and you don't have to ride the roller coaster of emotions on social media, but being vulnerable and putting yourself out there is a really key component. And then obviously, if you're chatting with the same 20 people, that's like your warm market on social media. And so you've got to broaden your reach. You've got to, get your name more out there. And that is by doing giveaways. And like Annabelle said, she has an amazing catalog of diffusers that you can use to do giveaways. It makes it really easy. You've ordered these diffusers. Now you can, promote them and give them away. And in turn, you get a new audience, new followers, new people that are, just thinking about essential oils or wanting to learn and know more. So let's talk about, that don't be afraid aspect. What's stopping you? Just your excuses. Those are the only things that are stopping you because social media is free. You download the app and you get started. You get started on Periscope or Instagram, or you build your business page on Facebook. You need to post daily. Everyone checks their social media on an average of every 6 hours. So if people are hearing crickets from you for 5 days, they're not nearly going to be as interested if you're posting once or twice a day. And then you have to be consistent. Like I just said, you can't go 5 days and not share something. You need to really be on there consistently. It doesn't have to take over your life. We certainly don't want that. We just want this to enhance your business. Creating a community. I spend a good amount of time responding to people because Green Air is to the point where a lot of people make comments regularly. They ask questions and make comments. So I suggest that you just get out there, search hashtags and look for people or things that are interesting to you, and just start being social and engage with people online. And then be relevant. You don't give yourself enough credit. You're an oil educator. You're an expert. You are maybe a mom or a dad or a grandparent. You are really great at this or that. Share what you know. Stay relevant. Stay with, be an inspiration about your lifestyle, about being healthy or being your own entrepreneur or, being able to work from home. So just lastly, I'd love questions, or if people need clarification, definitely follow Green Air and Aroma Lift. Definitely follow Annabelle on social media. She does a great job sharing. She does really mix personal, especially when she travels. It's fun to see where she is and what she's doing. And I love to travel, so I always share those things. But Annabelle does a great job. You can learn a lot just by kind of observing her page and kind of seeing what she's all about. when I talk, when people meet Annabelle, there's things that people automatically know about her, you know, things that she loves. And so those are really obvious things that you can just share right away. Think of like 5 things that you're good at, that you enjoy, because then it won't be painstaking to share those things because those are already your interests. So if I think about Annabelle and what kind of person she is, you know, she's a total entrepreneur. She's a total go-getter. She is a night owl, but she loves to be with her friends, and obviously she loves her, you know, her dog Emma. So she shares about those things, and that's just my final closing. Think of 5 things that you love to share with people and love that you have a passion for, and obviously essential oils is one of those, and then just go from there and brand yourself as someone who people want to work with.
Well, thanks, Pamela. Yeah, I mean, I got to say, the things that stuck out for me, because a lot of this seemed like I kind of think I know what I'm doing, but the main things that I weren't doing were things I knew I should be doing. So it was kind of about prioritizing the list. And so I definitely wasn't making myself interesting, you guys, because I wasn't willing to. And so for those of you who are afraid, like I said, I am the prime example of that. You don't have to go in and talk about how your grandmother is in the hospital dying and, you know, like these awful things that are, you know, whatever. It's really just, there's a line on that. And, you know, I think it's really a lot easier when Pamela asks us to think about 5 things that people would kind of just, how you would want to be described to other people in 5 different ways if someone were talking about you. And I think that was a really helpful exercise for me to sort of really just kind of not go sort of everywhere and think about how to frame all those things that I wanted to get across on a weekly basis. So that was a really good tip. I think secondly too is like social media. I really didn't consider that. To me, it was like, I didn't get Instagram. I didn't get Facebook. It to me was about posting from time to time. But the major thing I was missing is that on social media, people want you to be social. So, you know, you have to go around and start following people because they'll follow you back. And then you start commenting on things that you like about what they've posted. That's what they're looking for. They're looking for engagement on their own pages so that you get that back. And then what happens is this wonderfully organic network of people referring people to you, because the online model for doTERRA is that people know about us now. You know, we're the biggest in the world, which is fabulous. So they're shopping for the right leader and the right person that inspires them. So make sure you're branding yourself. So if you're about athlete, you know, the athlete's kit, you know, and you're doing Pilates every day or whatever, make sure that's known, because those are the people that are going to want to be with your tribe. So if you're a business leader and you're more like the Hobson camp, that it's just kind of like all business, you know, then make that known. Because it's going to make your model easier as well, getting people that are more in line with you, because you'll be able to lead and inspire them more. But those are major things that I was missing, as well as just the regularity and the consistency of posting. So I think that those main categories are really, really key that have helped me a lot, because there's a million tips that Pamela can give you. But just start. Don't make excuses like she said, and just get going. Because the major thing here is that you definitely are losing business every day. That's a fact. People do business every day on social media with doTERRA. And we get to work with the best people that close 50 enrollments a month on this model. So you are just losing business by not getting on there. And it's completely free, you guys. So I'd like to open it up now for questions. So anyone who's got a question, please unmute yourself.
I can't talk very well, so I can't ask a question. So, Pamela, I have a question. I really struggle with social media, and I know it's just something that I need to be better at, but my issue is like I'll start doing it and then I stop for a week or two, you know, so then I'm like, okay, I shouldn't do it because I'm not doing it. So do I just need to just keep plugging forward and try to do it, or I don't know. I really struggle with that. And I'm good at looking and liking people's things and following them. I'm just horrible at posting my own things.
Okay, I would consider kind of thinking about why you think you're horrible at that. What are those obstacles to getting you to posting every day? And then if they're more excuse based, then I would, let those go. Say that those excuses aren't valid. If it's really like time management, prioritizing, ideas, those types of things, then I would recommend making yourself a schedule. I would write down, a week's worth of posts and think about them, and then you can make them in advance. You can kind of not prioritize, but you can think about what you would possibly want to share. I try to give the example of if you were meeting someone and talking to them for the first time about essential oils, because maybe they brought it up or it came about in natural conversation, think of like five ideas that you would share with someone right then. And then you've got, that could be your Monday post for a month. And then on Tuesday, you could talk about, what your favorite family thing to do is. And then you write out a few of those posts. And then that could be, a Wednesday post or something. Think about how you teach an essential oils class. When you're actually in a class, what oils do you hit on? What types of things do you regularly share with people when you're talking about, the touch oils or the aroma touch or, babies, just a lot of times people are led to believe that social media is really spontaneous. And for some people, it totally is. It's just spontaneous. If any of you guys know Oil Magic by Michelle, I've heard her comment many times that hers really are very spontaneous. But she's in a real rhythm. Social media is a part of her life. But for the rest of us, I can't post spontaneously. I have bosses and Annabelle and I, work closely together. And so, I have all these people, these great, Green Air people that share with me what our messaging, what we need to be sharing. And so mine are not necessarily spontaneous, and I plan things out. And I know Annabelle does the same. She might spontaneously share a picture about herself like she did last weekend with Haley Hobson and Kelly Taylor, but her others are pre-planned, and it doesn't diminish what you're doing. It's just allowing yourself to keep consistent and be sharing valuable, important information.
I think that's a great answer. Michelle, the other thing too is that, I have to think it out and map it out, on a day that I don't have, I have time. It's really about scheduling that, and you could come up with like a bunch of post ideas, and Pamela's system is great. I've learned from her. So she'll do like idea, painful Mondays, and so like that might be her tagline. And then she'll have like these different images to draw from, to be like, maybe I want to do this, this, and this. And so she'll have like basically images set aside that she's gained inspiration from, so that can be like, a picture of, someone who's sleepy on Monday morning or whatever, like a manic Monday, but she'll have these ideas kind of set up. So that's really been helpful for me too, because then like I can go back in the library and look at the things I might want to like reuse as an idea, so I would just like maybe just get like some sort of folder going of ideas, so you can do that easily on PowerPoint is what I do, so that I can kind of have like this flow of ideas going, and then you can layer your ideas there. Does that make sense? Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I feel like everybody is very spontaneous and I'm not, so that was good.
Yeah, I'm definitely not. Like sometimes my posts will all be planned for an entire week because I'm not. I really struggle with it. So it's still not easy, like I hate putting pictures up of myself, but I know I have to because I can't be a robot online. And that's what people want to see me as a real person in action. So, that part is really just getting over yourself. You know what I mean? And trust me, Michelle, you and I have had this conversation. It's still hard for me to click post, on those pictures of myself. But it gives me business. Like every time I get those posts, people are like, oh my gosh, I saw you at this and this event or whatever, or, oh, your dog is so cute. And they want to connect with me over these things that, I don't think are that big of a deal, but it makes me more real. And then like the scheduled post stuff, that's not hard. That's not hard at all. Because you can I think the hard part is, Michelle, and after talking to you, it's probably about being you, right? But like the scheduled posts you can do. You can absolutely do those. You're a great educator in this oil business. So that stuff you can pre-print.
I just think I need to make the time. I'm just not on social media, period.
And then Pamela gives this great tip to say schedule 30 minutes a day. That seemed like a lot to me. So I would try to hop on like 5 minutes a day, twice a day. That's what I could handle at first until I started getting the knack for it. You know what I mean? And then, social media, it's a time suck. So 5 minutes became 15 minutes and then suddenly it was enjoyable for 30 minutes. So it's something that you kind of have to grow into.
Awesome. Good thoughts. Thanks.
Yeah, I have a question as far as giveaways go. You see a lot of different aspects. A lot of them are like, oh, we're giving away this, breezy diffuser or whatever. You have to like our page. You have to comment below. Tag 3 friends. Stand on your left leg and jump around in a circle and do chicken dance or whatever. At what point? I mean, obviously you want to get as much as you can out of it, but at the same time, how much is too much as far as trying to get them to kind of spread that for you?
Yeah, you've got to keep it really simple. I think the only thing you can really ask people to do is follow or like you, and then you want some free advertising. So you're going to ask them to tag or share the image. If they have to click to somewhere else, or a lot of people are like, they'll say, well, after they do this, can we then send them to a Google Doc? Because it makes it so much easier for me to track them. And I always say, people won't enter then. They just won't. It's just too much. It's too much work. And if they're just following you to win something or for that moment of trying to get something for free, that's not really what you're trying to do. You will get a few of those types of people, but in general, you're trying to build these relationships, or you want people that, know that, wow, Brandon and Melissa are really generous. They're really, they will help me when I decide to do this oil business because I'm following them. Wow, I know, they're great. They're so generous. They're going to help me get started. They're available, that type of thing. So I would just keep it as simple as possible. 1 or 2 requirements to win at the most. And then, just keeping that as cost effective for yourself as possible at the same time.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'll add to that too. I do like it when we ask to do something, like as far as like, what's your favorite diffuser blend? Those are fun ways to get them to engage, and people do think that's fun. That's the whole point, right? So I would say, I don't know, Pamela, how do you feel about that? But I do like that because I think it gets them to kind of want to start seeing what other people wrote. So it kind of gets them a little bit more interested in staying on your page instead of just entering a giveaway.
Yeah, completely. I should clarify. So if you, like on Facebook, if you're saying to, like tag a friend, not obviously, you could say something like, which is your favorite oil to diffuse? Or, you can ask any question and then you have them tag someone. Yeah. So get the conversation going, get people sharing. There's nothing wrong with when you post, asking a relevant question to that, trying to get that community started where people feel like, you want an answer, and then respond back to that person, every single person, unless you're getting hundreds and hundreds of comments. Respond to every person and acknowledge them, because they are taking that extra step and making a comment. So always, respond back. I love when I make comments and I get comments back, or when I post a question, I'm always just like, oh, awesome. Because then you can kind of feel your audience, more about what their interests are, what they like, you're kind of always experimenting and researching what is going to work. Just like a couple weeks ago, I did a giveaway on Instagram and Facebook for Green Air, and it was like great diffuser blends ... And I asked them to finish that sentence. I got some hilarious responses, and then like one lady even said, I diffuse so I don't punch people at work. And I've been reposting those comments in more posts. And it's been the most successful campaign we've ever done, because I get regularly hundreds of likes, people saying, agree, totally, that's me, oh my gosh, can so relate. So you're always experimenting, you're always trying to connect yourself with people, and so asking a question, even on a daily basis, that I think that's a good idea.
Very cool.
Any other questions, guys?
Do you have any questions for? Can you hear me?
Yes. Hi.
Hi. Annabelle, I would have questions about the little portable diffusers. I'm having a hard time talking, sorry.
That's okay. So the portable diffusers, are you wondering about
About like, no. About like using them for like giveaways. The kind you pour into the USB ports?
Yes. Okay,
I'd
so
like to know more about those.
sure. I'm going to share my screen. And so I've got a couple that I really love for that. So let me just get to here. My desktop is so messy. Don't look at that, you guys. Okay, so there's a couple ones that I really love. This one's called the Breezy. This is my favorite of our portables line. So Brandon mentioned that. But this is such a high quality unit for such a low cost. It's a little powerhouse that diffuses forever and ever. So like some people have reported it diffusing for like 14 hours.
Oh, it's a Breezy?
The Breezy. It's a great value. It's a great way to get a new person that won your giveaway, into oils, because it's a really pleasurable one to do at a low cost. I also have graphics for it too, for like giveaway, win this, which is awesome. I would also suggest
What do you mean by brackets?
Pardon me?
What did you mean by brackets?
Graphics.
Graphics.
Oh, graphics. Oh,
Yeah, like
sorry,
graphics.
it sounded like
And Lynette, those graphics are in the library in the file section on our Breathe the Gift Facebook page.
Yeah.
But you guys will show me, right?
Yep.
Okay.
So here's the scent tracker. This one's so popular. Everyone loves this. So I don't know, the EO community seems to love ultrasonic water diffusers in the car. But we sold out of this 3 times. And we've only had it for about 8 months now. So this is a really good one.
Car, Cecilia's asking, this is for the car?
Yeah, but it's nice. It can go anywhere. It doesn't have to be in the car, but it's designed to fit in the cup holder of a car. So
Okay.
the graphic looks like this, except it says giveaway, which is really cool. Like this graphic pops a lot, and I don't know. This does well. This does very well for giveaways.
Wow, I like that. That's cool.
Yeah, so you can choose either one of those. I would suggest on the portables line, which I love. And that's the same price, $15 a unit, comes in case packs of 8 for $120. And then, one thing I want to stress, you guys, don't give away oil, okay? Don't give away oil. The whole point is that they buy oil from you. So that's the major thing that I'm always astonished when I see people giving away oil. It's mind-blowing to me. Don't give away oil on your public pages. It's not a good idea. Give them stuff to use with oils so that it forces them to want to buy oil from you.
Oh, that's really good, Annabelle. Thanks for that hint,
You're welcome.
tip, or whatever you call it. So I really like this one for the car.
It's awesome. I mean, it's a really impressive unit. It runs for 6 hours in the car. But like I said, you don't have to have it in the car, which I love. It operates with a USB cord, so you can plug it in your laptop. I use it, when I'm traveling, so I can plug it into my iPhone adapter and put it into a wall if I want to. So it's really ultimate portability on these, which is great.
Okay. I had one that you did a giveaway for that's just long like this, like a stick that you bend. Do you have those too?
I did a giveaway?
Oh,
It was at our Breed the Gift team event, Annabelle. I think is the one she's talking about. Those little.
Okay. So you're talking about probably the Roma Migo. I don't have that anymore. We had some issues with that leaking. So we've been trying to redesign it. Did it look like this?
yes, it did. So that's the one I had questions about. But I really like the cup holder that's in that one.
Yeah.
Got
We're working on it. It's going to come back out at some point, but right now we have to redesign it a little bit. So it was leaking oil pretty badly. So yeah, but soon again.
Okay. But I'm gonna I like the little cup holder one.
Yeah, it's great. And like this one, it has such a great motor in it and fan. So it gives you nice and high liftoff. So there's no moisture that's going to accumulate around this area. So
But it is water.
Yes, but they've done such a great job of making that a truly microfine mist. So we had another unit before. It was called, Brandon, you might remember it. It was called the USB Aroma. It looked like a snowball. It was way too wet. And so that was supposed to be the car diffuser before, but it was way too wet. This is phenomenal. It puts out a really, really, really nice microfine mist that's definitely getting, at like 1 to 2 microns.
So you plug that in a USB port in your car?
Correct. And if you don't have that, you can just use your smartphone adapter for the cigarette lighter.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Any other questions?
Do you have questions for Annabelle? I was trying to get it on the computer. I'm like full of questions, sorry.
That's okay.
The other thing that I was wondering about the Facebook, Brandon, you're going to help me. Well, he was going to help me later today after the call. Trying to figure out, I like how you gave us a tip of not giving away the oils.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have another tip as well for, like, I've been posting on my page and I must have not been doing something right because it was kind of more like spamming people, and I didn't want to come across as spamming people. You know what I'm trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm not, is your page a personal page or is it a business public page?
I have both.
Okay. I would never spam or meaning post a lot on my personal page. That's sort of, I just don't think it's a good way to go. because those people have, they're your friends. It's a different avenue. I have a ton of Green Air clients that have friended me, and that's awesome, and I love that. But I still don't put anything overtly business related on that personal page, but I put diffusers on there in a different way. So I separate the two pages. So on my business page, I'm very clear. Call me if you want to strategize about your business. Call me if you want to take advantage of this amazing special. Call me, anything business related, and I'm very clear about that on my public business page. And then I educate on diffusers and whatever. So on my personal page, though, I don't ever do that. I might put a cool picture up that says, this posted really well, and I got a lot of sales over it.
This picture right here that you have up with a car diffuser, right?
No, but it was something really similar. It was this one on the Amber diffuser, Treat Yourself. This is the one I did on my personal page. I got so many sales from that, from private messages, and all I did was just post this. That's all I did.
Wow.
So, you can do just soft ways of doing that on your personal page, but don't mix it. Don't put overt salesy stuff on your personal page. It's obnoxious. People don't like it. And then, on your business page, you can do as much as you want, within reason. I wouldn't go over 3 posts a day. Some people do more, but, it's annoying. You've seen those people where they come up all the time, or they're giving giveaways every day. That seems like they're kind of prostituting themselves for following, and that's not good either. So you want to just think about it, space it out, and just think about the things that you like to see, and kind of assess the pages that you've been turned on by, and then count the posts that they do, if you're trying to kind of get in vibe with that. But I wouldn't do more than 3 posts a day. On your business page, and then on your personal page, I would never do more than once a week. You can say daily, oh, I'm so tired. So glad I've got my diffuser to diffuse peppermint and, basil, whatever. That's it. That's totally great. But don't say after that, if you want to get peppermint and basil, call me. Nothing like that. You can talk about your lifestyle on your personal page. Just don't mention any sales on it. On your public page, business page, all day, but don't do it more than 3 times.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Cecilia added the comment that was a very clear image.
Yeah, so as a photographer, I was just examining it, and
Can you see her?
oh, it's fine either way. And I would say, I don't know who produced that work, but just the way the focus is just on the diffuser. It's got that selective depth of field, and that made it very successful. And that's probably why contributing to your sales. When you're ever taking your own photography for your business, you really want to have that. You want to focus your main image on the subject. You don't want to have it all in focus as in this image, because otherwise it's too busy and they're not going to know what to look at. So
yeah, I agree. I mean, I did not take this photo. We have a fabulous art department that does all that for us. But yes, I agree. You want to make it clear. However, I will say, whenever I take a picture, I actually get more engagement when I take a picture, a real life picture in my home that's
right.
So, you can use our Green Air graphics for sure. That's what they're there for, and they're in your Facebook files pages, and also, elsewhere. If you purchase from me, you'll get them with your package. But anyways, the point being is that, it's great. You can use ours for those of you who are coming up with excuses, as Pamela would say, of why to post. You've got posts right away that you can draw from our library. But as far as if you're going to take the picture, she's so right. Make whatever it is that you're talking about the focal point. And then Pamela always tells us to do it in high, good light during the day to make that even more successful.
Next to a window.
Next to a window, Cecilia said. Try to get it to a natural light.
Yep.
Yeah, I just would just chime in and say, you know, practice what you preach. You know, you're using your oils every day, you're diffusing, you're using aromatherapy. Share those things that you're using, and share it in a way that is, you know, turn it into a pretty picture.
Mhm. Anyone else? Okay, I'm going to just pull up real quick the specials that are ending, because they're really, really good, and I don't want you guys to miss out. But so we've got a lot on special this month because it's summer, and I'm sure your OV is suffering. For most of us, summers are not great, so likewise for us. So we try to give you guys great opportunities to do specials in the summer. So I'm going to point out the Infinity. We're not going to promo it again next month. It is such a good deal. And this is the perfect time when OV is down to do an email campaign. So what do I mean by that is go in your back office, get the emails of all of your contacts, and send them a promotion. And what a lot of my downlines are doing is they're doing place a 200 PV order during the summer, and I'll send you an Infinity diffuser. So we've already got the graphic ready for you. You just have to come up with you just have to put the emails into the format. So simple. And it's a really great way during the summer months when OV is suffering to revive the OV, and also to revive some of those people that died somewhere in your LRP model somewhere. So the reason I like this one so much is because it's got a 400 ml tank. It runs for up to 24 hours, and it's just a really sensational model that people love. So it puts out a ton of output, and the thing that's cool about that 400 milliliters is it's giving you, so for every 100 milliliters of water, you need 5 to 7 drops of oil. So by 400, you need 20 to 28 drops of oil. This diffuser, by getting it into your customer's hands, will put 2.5 bottles of oil on their LRP cart every month. So this is a really smart one for your business model to make sure that they're using that as the on-guard diffuser, for example, so they're protected, daily. So this has been a really popular promotion for a lot of my groups that has done really, really well. So that one is going off of special. So if you haven't taken advantage of that one, take advantage of it now. It's a really good special. Scent pods are fun too. I had a lot of lines doing just free scent pod with any LRP over 50 PV. So some people wanted to make it a little less, and that's fine. So we gave you that one on special as well. And then, of course, we have your regular specials, which you guys always get these prices. But we also did half price shipping on glass this month, which is a huge savings. So these are really great specials that will be ending at the end of this month. So if you need to order and you've not ordered from me before, you do have to order with your team. On your team, you have your order forms. So you just need to make it clear that you're with the Miller team or you're with the Bailey team. Otherwise you don't get these specials that are exclusive to the groups. And so you do have to order by the case, but our case packs are small. So this unit right here, this amber glass, comes in just 4 diffusers per case. So you just have to order by the case. And to order, you're going to contact me at 310-801-9117 or by email at aromalift@newgreenair.com. If you order by email or get in touch with me, just make sure you put your leader's name in the subject line so that it doesn't get buried in my email. Okay. I think that's all I've got for today.
Annabelle, I have a quick question for you.
Yeah, go ahead, Mike.
Could you repeat how many drops per whatever of water?
Sure. So it's for every 100 milliliters of water, diffusers need 5 to 7 drops of oil.
Okay, great.
So that's a give or take. So, okay, let's say that, can you imagine 20 drops of patchouli or vetiver in anything? That would be so offensive. So, it's a general rule of thumb, but if it's something very stinky, then, you're going to adjust that downwards.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Well, thanks again, Annabelle. We appreciate all the support that you and Pamela give us. So
Can I ask a
definitely-
question?
Oh,
Yes, of course.
Do you see me, Brandon?
nope.
Oh, well, I'm here. But my picture isn't there, so I don't know what I did. I came in late. So on this special, so you have the graphic for that, for the Infinity, correct? That we can just copy and paste it into an email?
Yeah, all you're going to be doing is dragging it right in. Here, I'll show it to you.
Okay.
Hold
I
on.
still have the other one up.
This is my weak area.
Yeah, mine too. Which is why I've worked like hours and hours with the art department to create this stuff for you guys. So use it. You know, I mean, I'm fortunate to have the designers to be able to help with that. So this stuff is done really well for your purposes. Let me find the Infinity here. Okay, so LRP, you're going to use this one where it's nondescript and it just says free with LRP. So then you're going to create the,
Okay, what is it? It says what? I got pictures in front of it.
it says free Infinity with LRP.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Okay, and then you're going to create the stipulations. I would suggest place a 200 PV order anytime before the summer ends. You know,
Okay.
September 5th or whatever, Labor Day. Get this free Infinity. So it serves, and I just want to reiterate that, guys. Why would you do that for someone who's been in your downline for a while? Because you've lost them. If they're not ordering on LRP, you've lost them. So this is a way to get them back on your LRP. So that's a really powerful thing, because all that work it took to enroll them, it really stinks when we lose people. But the second reason is because you need to boost your OVs during these months, and incentives really work. And so this has been a very successful campaign for a lot of people in both boosting their OV to make up for the summer slow months, but also reviving people on their customer base in LRP.
Yeah. Awesome.
Do you
So-
have it?
I just go to Spavape. I mean, I just go to your website, right?
No, you're going to contact me directly if you need to.
Oh. Oh, okay. Okay. No, I mean to get the graphic.
Oh, well, are you in Melissa's?
Yeah.
documents? Okay,
Yeah.
then it's in your file section.
It's in the
Okay.
file section of Breathe the Gift.
Okay. Okay. All right. That's easy. That's doable. Okay.
Anyone else?
Sorry to interrupt you, Brandon.
No. Glad to have all the questions. But if that's it, then I guess we'll end the call. Thanks again, Annabelle. So we appreciate everything you do for our teams, I guess. And so thanks, and we'll look forward to.
Oh, wait, guys. Let's pick a winner.
Oh.
So today's winner. All right. I'm going to just stab. I'm like scrolling around the name list and wherever the thing ends. All right. Oh, Mike Peters. I don't think you need it, but you won. All right. So we'll send you a diffuser. I've got your contact info, obviously. So I will ship that out to you.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Have a good one.
Well, if he doesn't need it, I will.
Oh, I need it.
I'm just teasing with you.
All right. Talk to you guys next month. And hopefully during this month. So give me a call. All
Absolutely.
right. Thank you, Pamela. Thanks, everyone.
Bye.
Bye-bye.